What's up, you guys? It's Dan from The Fold. Welcome back to another episode of Ninjago Secrets and Revelations. That's right, guys. We're back. It's week 2, going on 6 months of quarantine hair. But I did shave that shag carpet off of my face. It was more of a frizz. Frizz?
Freeze.
Oh. Anyway, I got to start by admitting something. I left off one of Tommy's artworks. If you were listening last week, welcome back. You are a diehard by this point. If you're just wandering in here because you're lost in outer YouTube space, welcome. My name is Daniel. I'll be your host today. Hit that subscribe button right now for me. And if by chance the thumbs up button is gray, can you make it blue and happy? We are the band, The Fold, behind Ninjago. We've been releasing music alongside the show since 2010, as well as make the best pop rock music you've ever heard in your entire life. Anyway, back to it. I left off one of Tommy's artworks. I'm going to show it at the end of this episode. There's your teaser. I don't want to waste too much time with it up front, so I'll show it at the end. Totally forgot about it. I had the 4 we showed. 4. And I just got so excited, as I do, that I completely forgot to go back and show the 5th one. I'll post a link here if you want to go back and watch that YouTube to get acquainted. Anyway, the purpose of this week, the main item this week may get a little bit nerdy. It's a little bit musical. So every once in a while we get a very excited fan who asks the same question in every comment. This guy's name was Pikachu Plays, but I also saw this question from a couple other people, possibly the same fan. We don't know. Let's keep it anonymous. Anyway, he asked, can you make the whips like you did in seasons 1 through 7? I was a little baffled by this because I thought we're kind of doing that same thing in seasons, I don't know what you call them anymore. All I know is that it started with Wicked Whip, and then we did Arcadian Whip. Now we've done Shintaro Whip. Those are the 3 that he is describing here. Somebody flushed the toilet. Got my Starbucks cup accidentally placed in the background like a good Game of Thrones episode. So I think I know what's going on, and there's a very kind fan who's actually been helping us with a lot of the merch in our Teespring store. His name is, I believe, Kinyix is how you would pronounce such a spelling. He helped explain it to me. He said, The Fold Music, that's our YouTube channel. I understand perfectly what Pikachu Plays said. And I totally agree. By the way, Shintaro Whip is my favorite, but I digress. He's talking about deleting the Go Ninjago and use, and then we jump back, do it again instead. Also, a little tidbit. There's apparently a phrase out there called a Ninjager. I was very confused by this. Malamute says, hey, The Fold, I would like to know how funny is the word Ninjager? It turns out that Lego Ninjago fans that speak Spanish use the term called Ninjagers. I pressed a little bit more. I said any backstory on why. Might bring this up in the next Secrets and Revelations. Here we are. Life imitates Twitter. He said, well, we started to call each other Ninjagers because Spinners is the original way you refer to us. We started to call the fans of Ninjago and The Fold the Spinners, which we did on the first EP, which was called For the Spinners, our first EP of Ninjago music. And that was a cool name. I say we bring that back personally. But he said it sounded funny when they called themselves Folders, which is another name we've referred to the Fold fans as. He says it's funny because that's what we use when we're talking about a piece of paper. It's weird here too. It's a bad name. Folders. I'm very sorry. We also refer to a folder as a thing made of paper. So we agree with you there, Latin America. Let's go with Spinners, or hey, let's go with Ninjagers. And if I'm pronouncing that wrong, feel free to make a reply video and correct me. Let's make a big stink out of this on YouTube. Ninjago? Ninjago? So let's get into these intros and explain why they are the way they are. You may remember about a week ago, Tommy Andresen, posted a video of him cutting between still images to the intro of the Wicked Whip, which was used 3 seasons ago in Ninjago. And what he was doing there was he was working on the timing to make sure the song was the right length, that he could get to all the images he had to do and still get into that story within about 16 seconds. So 16 seconds was the magic number. That's what we were trying to get our intro completed in. And so we actually worked to a click track, and we had a set BPM, which is a set beats per minute, that we stuck to for all 3 of these seasons. And that is very much why that Go Ninja Go is there, and I'll show you why. So we are very much tied to that 16-second layout for these past 3 seasons, and that was for the blocking. They wanted to do this moving camera thing, much like you saw there. So I wanted to grab my guitar and explain how it's tough to fill 15 seconds and not have there be a little bit of leftover time. I'll show you what I mean. So to us, every intro consists of 3 parts. We have the intro, which is the Ninjago. That's the intro. Then we have the progression, and I count the chord progression part as 4 measures, so we go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Then the outro. And so we can only go through those chords twice if you count it in that 4 measures, which is the ba 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 ba. And that's where we would add the Hey oh Ninjago. Now this is going to sound like a complete nightmare, but I wanted to show you how closely all 3 of those line up together. I'm sorry for that. So Arcadian Whip was the same thing, 90 BPM, changed up the chord progression a little bit, more of a bass line. Twice through. Then we get... So exact same ending. Hey, oh Ninjago, and there's the tag that is in question. So we did those 2 kind of back to back. We were recording them around the same time because those seasons came out pretty close to each other. So we just kind of went with it. It was working at the time, and that's exactly how the Hey Ho Ninjago crept in. Shintaro Whip, we didn't so much follow the exact same blueprint. We were just so used to saying it at that point that we added it to Shintaro Whip too. Let's check it out. So same kind of thing. Bottom line, I do see why this would be something a fan would bring up. Not something we really thought a ton about. I will say Shintaro Whip was a huge departure from anything we had ever done. And so I think we were looking to do anything that was familiar, which is why we both brought back the original tempo toward the end of the full version of Shintaro Whip, and also why we were looking to throw in that Go Ninja Go, just for some consistency. So great question. I love that you guys brought that up. So thanks to Pikachu Plays and Kinyx with the assist. If there's future whips, which I hope there is, we will certainly keep this in mind. Anyways, friends, I'm going to wrap this one up. If you like these secrets and revelations, let us know in the comments. Here's that final artwork we promised from Tommy. This was the 3rd version that Tommy made that just didn't grab us as much as the other 2 that we chose, and that's the only reason it's not the artwork. It's no less amazing. Here it is. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you in the comments.